You know that feeling? You find this amazing AI coding tool, maybe something using GPT-5 or Claude Code Power,
Yeah.
and you're excited, you start playing with it, and then boom, paywall.
Or the "your free trial has ended" message. It just stops you cold, especially if you're just learning or tinkering on your own.
Exactly. It's frustrating. But what if there was a way, like a clever workaround to keep using those really powerful tools for free?
Well, that's what we're diving into today. There's a guide out there, a really practical one, that shows how to do just that.
Right. And specifically for Windows users who maybe aren't, command line wizards.
We're going to unpack the steps. Think of it as finding a sort of secret door. We'll talk about the tool itself, Rovo Dev.
Okay.
This kind of ingenious email trick.
Ah, intriguing.
How to set things up using that sometimes scary black window, the command prompt, or PowerShell.
We'll make it less scary.
And the final piece for making it basically free forever.
Okay, let's start with that first piece then. This Rovo Dev. What exactly is it? So, Rovo Dev, it's the core of this whole thing, right? But it's not just like another AI model itself.
No, that's a common misconception. It's more like a smart broker. Or maybe an optimizer.
A broker. How so?
Well, think about all those powerful AI models out there. GPT, Claude, others. Many have free tiers or trial periods, maybe academic access.
Right, the initial free credits you get.
Exactly. RovoDev seems to access these models and cleverly pools together those free usage limits from across the board.
Ah, so it bundles the free initial tries from multiple sources?
Precisely. It aggregates that initial free capacity into one service you can access.
Okay, so it's not just a wrapper. It's managing access to the free parts of other powerful models.
That seems to be the mechanism, yeah, and makes efficient use of those trial windows.
So if RoboDev is the broker pulling all this together, what's the single biggest win for someone trying to code with it?
Continuous, zero-cost access to professional AI power. Simple as that.
Okay, continuous access sounds great. But trials end, right? RovoDev must have a limit too.
It does. Like any service offering a trial, eventually they'll ask for payment to continue.
Yeah.
That's where the next part comes in this email trick.
The door key, as the guide calls it.
Yeah. It relies on a funny thing about Gmail specifically. Let's say your email is janedoe@gmail.com.
Okay.
Gmail actually ignores any dots you put in the first part, before the avo at 2. So jane.toe@gmail.com goes to the same inbox.
Right, I knew that. JANEDDOE@gmail.com too, probably.
Exactly. All land in your single Jane Doe inbox. But, and here's the crucial part, many automated systems, like a sign-up form.
Like RovoDev's sign-up.
Precisely. They often see Jane Doe and Jane.Doe as two completely separate unique email addresses.
Whoa, so you get the email in the same place, but RovoDev thinks it's a brand new user signing up.
That's the trick.
Yay.
Each variation with a dot gets you a fresh trial period, a new free window of usage.
That's kind of brilliant. Exploiting a legacy feature. I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes, just keeping track of logins for different things. This trick feels genuinely useful, almost like a relief.
It simplifies managing multiple identities for this purpose, definitely.
But wait, this sounds almost like cheating the system. Why does it even work? Is it technically allowed?
It works because the platform just sees slight email variations as new, unique users. It's leveraging email standards. Okay, so you've got your magic email alias ready. Now you need to connect your computer, your Windows machine, to this Rovo Dev account.
Right. This is the setup part, the part involving PowerShell or the command prompt, the scary black window.
Yeah, but honestly, the guide emphasizes this. You don't need to understand the commands deeply. It's mostly just copy and paste.
Okay, that's reassuring. So what's the process?
First, you log into the RovoDev website using one of your .trick emails. Find the section for CLI setup, that's command line interface.
CLI, okay.
Select Windows. It'll give you a couple lines of code.
And these lines.
You open PowerShell on your computer. You can just search for it after hitting the Windows key. Then you copy the first line of code from the website, paste it into PowerShell, hit Enter. Then copy the next line, paste, Enter.
Just copy, paste, Enter. Twice.
Pretty much. That installs a little program, the acli tool, that lets your machine talk to RovoDev.
How do I know it worked?
There's a quick check. You type acli version into PowerShell and press Enter. If you see some version numbers pop up, you're golden. It's installed.
So CLI command line interface. Can you give us the super simple definition?
Sure. It's just a way to talk to your computer using text commands instead of clicking buttons. Direct instructions.
Okay. Now, for someone who's a bit nervous about this, how important is it to actually understand what those copy-pasted commands are doing?
Honestly, for this process, understanding isn't necessary. Simple, precise execution of the steps is the key.
All right, so the software's installed on my Windows machine. We've built the airport, so to speak. Now we need to connect it to the control tower, our Rovo Dev account.
Exactly. And for that secure connection, you need a secret key. It's called an API token.
API token. Sounds important.
It is. Think of it like a digital passport or a super secure password specifically for this connection. It proves that commands coming from your computer are really you.
Okay, wait, so how do I get this passport?
You head back to the Rovo Dev website, still logged in. There should be an option to generate an API token.
Generate, okay.
You might need to verify it. Maybe they send a code to your email. You give the token a name, something like my Windows key is fine.
Makes sense.
Then, crucially, select an expiration date. The guide suggests picking one really far in the future, like the maximum allowed.
To make it last longer.
Right. Then you hit generate, and it gives you this really long string of random letters and numbers. That's your token, your key.
Wow, okay. So that long string is the key.
That's it. Keep it safe for the next step. Essentially, the token is an authenticated identity used for secure communication between your PC and their service.
Got it. Now, you said it's like a passport, super secure. If this key is so long and complex, what's the actual risk if, say, I accidentally posted it somewhere or someone got it?
Big risk. It allows others to act as you, using your Rovo Dev account resources, like giving someone your house keys. Okay, you have the key. The final step is to actually use it to log in from your computer, from PowerShell.
All right, connecting the dots. How do we do that?
Back in your PowerShell window, there are two main commands. First, the guide recommends typing acli Rovo Dev auth logout and pressing enter.
Log out. But I haven't logged in yet from here, have I?
Probably not, but it's a safety measure. Just make sure any old credentials or attempts are completely cleared out. Ensures a clean slate.
Okay, good practice. acli Rovo Dev auth logout. Then what?
Then the main command. acli Rovo Dev auth login. Press enter.
acli Rovo Dev auth login. Got it.
Now, it's going to ask you for two things. First, the specific email address you used to sign up for this particular Rovo Dev account.
Ah, so the one with the specific dots, like j.anydoe@gmail.com?
Exactly that one. Type it in. Press enter. Then, it'll ask for the API token.
And that's where I paste that super long string of letters and numbers I just generated.
Yep. Paste it in carefully. Press enter one last time.
And
Fingers crossed.
if everything worked, you should see a beautiful message. Authentication's successful.
Nice. Okay, so that confirms the link is made. My computer can now talk securely to the Rovo Dev AI.
You got it. Local machine connected to the cloud AI.
That whole API key thing felt technical, but breaking it down. Install the local tool, go get the key from the website, come back and use the key to log in via PowerShell.
That's the essence of it.
Just quickly back to that logout command, acli Rovo Dev auth logout. Why is that recommended, even if I'm pretty sure I've never logged in before on this machine?
It just ensures a clean slate, preventing any weird authentication conflicts or errors from previous attempts or, leftover data. Mid-roll sponsor, red placeholder.
Okay, we did the setup, we authenticated. Now for the fun part, right? Actually building something with this AI. Exactly, the payoff. First, you need a place for the AI to put the code it generates. So in PowerShell, you'll want to navigate to a specific folder.
How do you do that?
Create a new folder somewhere easy to find, maybe on your desktop, call it like My Project or something. Then use the cd command in PowerShell that means change directory.
A CD. Okay.
An easy trick is to type cd, then a space, and then just drag the folder icon from your desktop right into the PowerShell window. It pastes the full path automatically. Hit enter.
Oh, neat trick. Okay, so now PowerShell is inside my project folder.
Correct. Now you tell the AI to start working. The command is acli Rovo Dev run.
acli Rovo Dev run, that kicks it off.
It does, but here's a really important tip from the guide, a real time saver. Immediately after run, type YOLO.
YOLO, like you only live once.
Yeah, basically. It tells the AI, look, I trust you. Just execute the plan I give you. Don't keep stopping to ask me for confirmation on every little subtask.
Ah, so it just goes for it. Makes it faster.
Much faster. Otherwise, it can be quite chatty, asking, should I create this file? Should I install this package? YOLO skips all that.
Got it. So acli Rovo Dev run YOLO.
Yeah.
And then I tell it what to build.
Exactly. And this is where you need to be specific. Really specific. You can't just say, make me a website.
Right. The examples in the guide were quite detailed, like the coffee shop one.
It wasn't just make a coffee shop site. It was create a React website for a coffee shop called Morning Coffee. And it specified 3 distinct sections: homepage, menu, address.
And even details on the menu, specific items and prices,
Yeah.
right? and the colors brown and beige.
Exactly. That level of detail is key. Or the other example, build an HTML JavaScript tool to calculate age. Again, specifying the input box, the button, the function name. The more constraints you give it,
The better the result.
the more accurate and closer to what you actually want. Yeah.
Whoa. Just thinking about that, you describe the pieces, the look, the function, and it just writes the code, installs what's needed, and makes a working thing. That's pretty amazing. Scaling that idea. Wow.
It really is a leap from just text description to functional software running locally. Speaking of which, how do you see the result?
Ah, yeah. The guide mentioned when the AI finishes, it usually gives you a web address in the PowerShell window, something like localhost.300.
That's the typical one. You just copy that address, paste it into your normal web browser.
And the website or tool I asked for just appears, working.
Should do. Running right there on your machine.
Okay, so back to the specificity thing. How is asking this AI for code different from asking, say, ChatGPT just to write some text? Why so much detail needed?
Because code has to be precise. Extremely detailed instructions minimize ambiguity and dramatically improve the accuracy and functionality of the final code. Less room for error. Now, we mentioned that API token, that key, has an expiration date, even if you set it far in the future. And the trial access itself is ultimately time-limited. Even with a dot trick generating new accounts, things will eventually expire.
Right. So what happens when I'm toting along and suddenly it stops working? My token expired, or maybe Rovo Dev used up its free tier for that model.
Okay, two main scenarios and solutions here. Scenario one, your API token expired, but the underlying Rovo Dev account might still have trial time left.
Okay, what do I do then?
Simple.
Yeah.
Just repeat the process of generating a new API token from the Rovo Dev website. Get that new long string.
The same steps as before. Generate, name it, set expiration, copy the key.
Exactly. Then go back to PowerShell, do the acli Rovo Dev auth logout command again just to be safe,
Clean slate?
and then acli Rovo Dev auth login. Provide your same dot trick email, but this time paste in the new API token you just generated.
Ah, so just refresh the key. That seems easy enough.
It usually is. Now, scenario two. Maybe you can't generate a new token, or the entire account seems blocked or out of its free trial time.
Okay, what now? Is it game over?
Not necessarily. This is where you loop back to the original tricks, the gmail.alias.
So just make a brand new Rovo Dev account using a different dot placement in my email, like jad.nito@gmail.com this time.
Precisely. Sign up fresh. It takes, what, maybe 2 minutes? Then you just run through the initial CLI setup and token generation for that new account.
Huh. So the cycle repeats. Either refresh the key, or if needed, refresh the whole account with a new email alias.
That's the sustainability loop described in the guide.
Okay, but let's be real. Constantly generating new tokens or new accounts, is that actually viable for like a serious long-term learning project? Does it scale?
It's definitely sustainable for casual learning and short projects, maybe rapid prototyping, precisely because the setup or reset time is so quick, just a couple of minutes.
Okay, let's try and wrap this all together then. The big idea here seems to be using Rovo Dev not just as an AI tool itself, but as this clever aggregator almost.
Yeah, a sophisticated interface that optimizes and bundles the free trial or initial usage tiers from multiple other powerful AI coding models.
And then combining that with this simple, almost overlooked Gmail dot trick.
Which allows you to effectively create new, unique user accounts endlessly, all feeding into your single Gmail inbox.
Giving you continuous, essentially zero-cost access to AI coding power that would normally be behind a pretty hefty paywall.
Exactly. It democratizes access in a way. The guide really highlights that you don't need a huge budget or deep technical skills to start building real things now.
It removes that barrier to entry, the paywall stopping you from just trying things out and learning by doing.
Knowledge is power, as they say. And this guide provides the knowledge to unlock that capability.
It proves you can get your hands dirty with cutting-edge AI without needing enterprise resources. So we really encourage you, if you're listening and curious, give these steps a try.
What have you got to lose? It's free. Mistakes are just part of the learning process here.
Absolutely. And maybe it sparks something. Which leads me to a final thought for you to consider, building on all this. If you could use this method, this AI assistant, to build one simple tool in just minutes by describing it, what tiny, maybe repetitive, maybe annoying task in your daily life would you automate first?
Interesting question to ponder.
Something to think about. Thanks for diving deep with us today.
Always a pleasure.
We'll catch you on the next Deep Dive.